Let's look at the sport headlines now. Paul Kennedy, you've got a treat coming up for basketball fans.
Yes, yeah, it's a big moment, Michael and Bev, for Australian sport, because the Australian basketball Liz Cambage is in the United States. She's been drafted this morning to go to Tulsa Shock. She was number 2 pick in the WNBA, and she joins us this morning live from Bristol in Connecticut. Liz Cambage, congratulations. How are you going? It must have been a busy couple of hours for you.
Yeah, the past couple of hours has just been out of control, running around and interviews, but it's good fun.
Now, what's your overriding emotion at the moment? Because this was predicted that you'd go at number 2. You must have some sense of relief, I figure.
Yeah, it's just I felt so stressed until she finally announced my name that I was going number 2, and it's just like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders, and just so excited to fly off to Tulsa this evening and meet everyone and find out where I'll be living.
What can you tell us about this team that you're going to join?
Not much really, you know. They have 2 of the all-time greatest basketballers really. Teresa Edwards is on the coaching staff, and Cheryl Swoops has just made a comeback and is in their lineup. So yeah, I can't really tell you much about the team, but I can tell you a little bit about the team, not too much about Tulsa, where I'm going to be living.
Well, it has been described as one of the most livable cities in the USA, so you should be okay there. But your mum is with you, Liz, I believe, and your grandma is back home. It must be good to share this with your mum, because she's been so important to your basketball career, hasn't she?
Yeah, Mum's really been my rock growing up, and you know, she pushed me even though I hated basketball when I started when I was about 10 years old. And yeah, and then I wish Nana could be here, but she's at home looking after all the pets, and I think she woke up this morning and watched it, but I didn't get a chance to talk to her because everything's just been so crazy.
And what have you been doing since you've been in the USA? You've been there for a few days. It's been some sort of series of lectures. I know you've been out and about in New York as well.
Yeah, I've been here for about nearly a week now, and yeah, I got out about in New York. It was such a beautiful city, you know, I can't wait to go back there. And then yeah, 2 days in New York, and then I was here in Connecticut doing lectures about the WNBA and meeting the girls, and learning all about ESPN, and so we were ready for today. And yeah, it's been a really busy week. It's just flown.
And what about the fact that there's a couple of your teammates, Jenna Hayes, gone to LA, and Rachel Jarry's been drafted to Atlanta. We're not sure if she's going to go and play there or not. Do you feel like you're part of a bigger movement of the young Australian basketballers now?
Yeah, it's great that you know, the 3 of us, all bullying boomers, of course, we're signed to teams. Really, we got our contracts, and it's so exciting. Next year there'll be even more, and the year after that there'll be even more. So I think there's a really big movement happening for Australian basketball.
And what are your plans for the WNBA? Of course, there might be some interruption next year with your lead up for the London Olympics, but what are you setting yourself for now to achieve in that new league, the world's best?
This year, you know, I just want to try and find where I sit in the league, and you know, try and make a name for myself over here, and really, you know, really become a part of Tulsa with the girls and all the coaches there, and yeah, hopefully entertain the fans a bit.
Well, you'll no doubt do that, and you've already done it on that live broadcast this morning of the draft. Good luck in your new career as a Tulsan.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Welcome back to ESPN's presentation of the WNBA Draft, presented by Adidas. We are indeed at the worldwide headquarters in Bristol. Maya Moore taken number 1 overall by Minnesota. Liz Cambage from Australia expected to be taken by Tulsa. And it is, you know, you can't just jump on a Qantas flight and go from Melbourne to Bristol nonstop. You got to get on a lot of planes. Carolyn Peck. From Melbourne to Sydney, 439 miles. And her accolades even more impressive than the mileage. Take a look. She was Australia's leading scorer in the World Championship, and they have a lot of talent on that team, and also the MVP of the WNBL, which is their pro league. So Cambage, only 19 years of age, but this is a 6'8" kid who can really play.
She definitely can play. When you look at the needs of Tulsa, 3 areas. When you go from being 6-28 last season, you've got to improve rebounding, you need to cut down on your turnovers, and you've got to have the ability to score. If there's one player in this room that is at 6'8" that could solve all those problems, it would be Lizzie Cambage.
I mean, she's 6'8", she's got a great body, she's got skill, but what I love about her is her mentality when she gets on the block. In those World Championship games, she'd get down and move Tina Charles out of the way. She is a beast in the lane. She gets low, she gets the ball, she attacks, rebounds, and goes and gets rebounds that are out of her area. So this is a 6'8" girl who can really play.
And a beast in a very complimentary way. For Lizzie Cambage. Let's go to the podium now. Renee Brown has Tulsa's selection.
With the second pick in the 2011 WNBA Draft, the Tulsa Shock select Elizabeth Cambage from Australia.
As expected, Cambage is going over to Tulsa. Nolan Richardson very excited about getting her. And you look at her, 6'8" player, but still with his 40 minutes of hell to style, she'll still fit in well with that.
I think she will fit in well. Why? Because they'll get out and they'll extend their pressure, but she can be a great anchor defensively in the back of that press. And they want to run offensively. What's the best way to run? Get the rebound and get the outlet. And she does a great job getting the outlet passes to her guards.
The thing that she will also do for Tulsa is she will be that center, that post. She's going to require a double team, triple team, maybe even a quadruple team, and that's going to open up a lot of the shooters that Nolan Richardson wants to get to put around her to increase the offense.
Open the floor. I mean, she'll be that body inside. They can get some dribble penetration inside. This is just flat out a kid who can play. And she's 6'8", and you look 2 years from now, Brittany Griner's going to be coming into the league. This is the kind of player who can just change things in the WNBA.
You know, at the clinic yesterday, she was mistaken for Brittany Griner. There's a little bit of difference, I think, between these two players.
They are both 6'8", however, and Cambage at 19 ready to go and play in the WNBA. Holly Rowe is with the second pick.
I would just like to say, first of all, thank you for wearing flat shoes today. You've already had some experience playing in the pros, but what do you expect is going to be different to step up to this next level?
You know, I think the American League is a lot more physical than the Australian League, and I'm a really physical player, so I'm really excited to finally get out and play hard.
I know a lot of people are going to want to compare you to Lauren Jackson, who was the MVP in the WNBA this last season, but you're a very different style game. What would you describe your game as?
Lauren's very, very versatile. You know, she's got a very big outside game, knocking down those threes all the time, and I'm a lot more inside, you know, from high post and low post. That's really my range.
All right, so far, what's the coolest thing that's happened to you here in the United States?
Getting drafted right now. This is probably the coolest moment right now.
Thanks very much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Cambage has got a terrific personality. So not only is she bringing a great basketball sense to Tulsa, but also, as you noticed right there, a terrific personality. So Maya Moore to Minnesota, Cambage to Tulsa, Chicago coming up next.